Vámonos. Empieza el Starfield Direct. No me da tiempo a ir al baño, vaya. No me acciono tan rápido. Estoy a punto, de la botella en la mano, sí, sí. Hola, Todd. Vamos a mentirnos. Es broma, hombre. Me cae bien el hombre. Es majo.
And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built.
Joder, es que es la primera nueva IP en 25 años, ¿eh?
We've done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this.
No haga Deluxe Edition. Buah, sí va a hacer, vamos. Y me la voy a comprar. Si es digital, o sea, la coleccionista así física y tal, no, la digital sí. Me compro lo más caro que pueda. Tengo muchas ganas de este juego. Ah, depende de lo que traiga. Depende de lo que traiga. ¡Vámonos!
Starfield.
Se ve de puta madre, ¿eh? No se ve el HUD. Ahí mejor. Así se ve mejor el HUD, creo.
And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains.
Como vea un puto tweet diciendo los planetas están vacíos.
That live in these worlds.
De verdad, ¿eh?
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
Saldrá bien, hay que confiar.
We also have an
o sea, de frames va muy mal.
And of course,
pero el resto,
third person,
porque esto va como a 20 frames.
you can play it in first person.
Pero yo confío en mi PC, vaya.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Vale. Eso ya se había visto, lo de pillar recursos.
Do a mission and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
Mina abandonada. Ok. En primera persona parece que va mejor de frames. What the fuck. ¿Cómo coño salta tanto? Ah, es que igual hay poca gravedad, puede ser. Porque el cadáver ha salido a mí como medio volando. Voy a pillar hasta los despertadores, tío, como en el Fallout, ojo. Vale, vale.
We love to pack a ton of detail in every object.
Okay.
From all of your weapons to spacesuits.
Madre de Dios.
To food. We just obsess over the details. Food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Vale.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations.
Vale.
Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system.
Vale.
Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them.
Aquí es donde se ve toda la información de los planetas, básicamente. Los que tienen cosas importantes, o los que tienen X recursos, o lo que sea. Y aquí pues es todo el sistema, claro. O sea, todos los sistemas de la galaxia, digamos.
This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
Vale. Y funciona un poco como el No Man's Sky en el sentido de que si te tienes que ir muy lejos, pues tienes que mejorar la nave. Algo que es lógico. Un salto gravitatorio, tú. ¡Su puta madre! ¡Qué guapo! Vale. Ya estarías. Me baja el bitrate. Aquí se ve bien el bitrate, sí, sí. No está mal. Qué rápido. La verdad es que si realmente es así, es la hostia, ¿eh? Igual lo han cortado, claro.
City like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
Pues si realmente es así, es brutal.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
El Apple Watch.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien.
El juego, por lo visto, va de buscar artefactos, vaya. Unos artefactos y tal. Qué madre.
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Hasta en el futuro hay británicos ya, tío.
Look at how it's coming together.
Oh my god.
Set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
¡Hostias!
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider
es como la ciudad principal esto, por lo visto. O una de las ciudades principales.
Help the United Colonies even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Cydonia on Mars to this day serves
Hostia,
as the
esto es una ciudad,
mining facility for the
vale, claro, sí, es una de esto de minería, vaya. 11 horas sin incidentes.
You might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
¿Vale? ¡Dios! ¡Qué guapo, chaval! Literalmente un western, ¿eh? En el espacio.
Ranger relies on judgment and intuition.
Wow.
What's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the Sun systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this
Como que no pega nada. Y tanto que sí. Una ciudad que sea así, o sea, un planeta que sea así en plan western. Pega bastante. O sea, el western del espacio es algo... O sea, de Mandalorian es eso, es un western del espacio. A mí me mola bastante.
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time. A new
A mí me mola por el hecho de darle como variedad a los escenarios, ¿sabes?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson.
Esto me recuerda, hay un... ¿Cómo se llama, tío? El barrio este del Cyberpunk. Hay un barrio parecido. Una playa y todo. Los Maelstrom. No, no exactamente, creo.
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell.
Lo sé, Gerard.
I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I
Sé
think
quiénes son
people
los
are gonna
Maelstrom.
be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
Y de hecho no es Maelstrom, es Maelstrom.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities.
Pacífica son los gorilas.
Matching out that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
Los Voodoo Boys,
We use that exact
esos.
system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out.
Pero muy bien, tío.
You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're
Esto me
signing
interesa.
into employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be.
Pero también eliges el pasado del personaje y todo eso. ¿Ves aquí?
Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start
Y te da como habilidades al empezar, digamos. En principio va a haber mods, claro. Como en los Fallout y tal.
Yours is going to come in handy.
O el Skyrim, vaya.
Fancy restaurant, talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits.
Hay algunas caras que sí que son un poco chiquibriqui.
Pero
a ver, siendo un juego tan grande, es normal.
You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera. Is it really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you.
60 FPS. A ver, en PC sí.
I've got to have every molecule.
En consola yo no sé cómo irá, ¿eh?
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god.
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Esto es lo típico también en Fallout y tal. Depende de tal, pues puedes hacer unas cosas u otras.
No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another
¿Vendrá doblado?
adventure.
Hostia, no me jodas, tío. Que se carga un fan.
Once you've built
¡Qué guapo!
a character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks
Con dos rotuladores,
and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point.
Me gusta.
Which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Está guapo este también.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges
El de Always Has Been, sí.
As you work your way to higher ranks.
Lo ha sido un poco, ¿eh?
With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks.
El rendimiento peor que el del Star Citizen, lo dudo, vaya.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Espero que no.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
Ese seré yo, tío. Jetpack siempre, tío.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Yo aquí pensando si comprar el Diablo y hay muchas pendejadas que van a salir. A ver, mucho de lo que se ha anunciado aquí sale en Game Pass.
That one's a lot of fun.
¿Dudas eso? Yo no tanto, siempre. Lo mal que va el Star Citizen. Yo no tenía ni interfaz gráfica cuando lo probé. Bueno, cuando lo intenté probar.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
Eso no le quita las microtransacciones. ¿A qué?
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack
al diablo.
guys and I throw landmines at them.
A todo lo que saldrá.
I like blowing stuff up.
Pero qué más da. No entiendo la relación. No las pagas y ya está. Tú que estás acostumbrado al Destiny, tío. Pero no hacen falta las microtransacciones.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Me gustan las armas, tío. Y el HUD creo que es de lo que más me gusta.
We study data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun.
Eso tiene sentido. Los biomas que estarán puestos según la distancia que está el planeta del Sol. Eso mola.
You'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Volar con el teclado y el ratón me va a ser difícil, tío. Nunca se me ha dado bien. Esto es interestelar, ¿eh? Esa toma era interstellar, vaya.
Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity. Because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Ya. El mando me lo voy a pillar, vaya. Sin duda. O el mando o los cascos, probablemente el mando.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do.
Se puede personalizar entera, por fuera y por dentro.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew.
Se puede cambiar literalmente todo. Y puedes contratar una tripulación también.
Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with
empezar con una nave pequeña, claro, eso es lo suyo.
Or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Dime que hay esclavos.
You can customize
Le pagas
and upgrade everything you see here.
Motivación.
And you have two ways to do that.
La Infinity.
You can
Hostia.
quickly upgrade
Igual se puede,
individual
poca broma.
systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling
guapo,
can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters, to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Okay.
The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had like a giant tail to it.
¿Qué le pasa a la señora que hace? ¡Mira, mira, mira esa nave!
We've done mechs.
¡Dios!
Really, whatever your imagination is.
Que sí, que se podrá hacer la Infinity. ¡Qué guapo! ¡Un Transformer volador! Era increíble, ¿eh? Mola mucho, tío.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
¿Y duermes en mi cama, Sarah Morgan?
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved.
Lo acaba de decir tú.
Except you.
And if you're looking for a little
Habrá
extra help
romances
on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship?
Te haces el halcón milenario, tío.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills
Los Team de
will
Bromance.
affect how they run.
Bats no creo que
And
haya.
just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed
Lo habrían enseñado ya, ¿no?
the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so
Pathfinder,
I
¿no?
elevated the limbs.
Un poco, míralo.
This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
Le dan mucha importancia al tema de la nave, ¿eh? Eso se lo habrán currado un montón, tío.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship.
El cockpit.
That you can do pretty much anything.
Cockpit.
And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight.
Meter naves dentro de naves. Puede ser.
And you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Esto mola, ¿eh? Que puedas controlar el...
Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump.
Que puedas controlar estas cosas, por ejemplo. Vaya putísimo desastre ahí por ahí.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're
¿No se cambió mucho la cabeza? Bien. A mí no se me había ocurrido, por ejemplo.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Bueno, pues está bien.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
O sea, creo que al menos es una buena idea, vaya. No han copiado una mierda. O sea, me refiero, no han copiado una idea de mierda. Me parece una buena idea esto.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours.
Una vez pillas una nave enemiga es tuya. Vaya. Y la puedes almacenar, hostia.
But space is way more than fighting for your life.
O sea, puedes tener más de una nave.
There are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like
vale, cositas por el espacio también. Será para pillar loot y cosas así. Ah, no, coño. Si hay... O sea, literalmente hay peña aquí. ¿Qué coño? ¿Qué le pasa?
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship like the UC Vigilance.
La flatline con la skin esa. No parecía, ¿eh?
With the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
En el espacio el rendimiento es mejor. Sí, no, y en interiores también, vaya, se ve mucho mejor.
In the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places.
Tengo ganas de ver a ver si habrá aliens así guapos, tío.
Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here.
Hay un montón de variedad de escenarios y tal, tío, barbaridad.
And it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Qué ganas, tío. Voy a jugar muchísimo a esto, ¿eh?
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game. It acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there.
Es increíble, tío.
Tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller.
El puto mando, tío.
It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship.
Esto hay gente que se lo ha comprado ya, ya lo tiene, vaya.
We've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox, and this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
El mando es increíble. El mando, si se puede comprar ahora, me lo compro, tío. Es que el mando lo quiero. Los cascos molan también, porque ya tengo unos. O sea, tengo estos, quiero decir. No, no. Te puedo asegurar que no lo va a tocar, vaya.
In every one of our games, we always put so much care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
Starfield es lo que No Man's Sky no, tener una historia. O sea, al No Man's Sky es que lo que le falta es tener una historia, vaya. O sea, historia tiene el No Man's Sky. Lo que le falta es buena narrativa. Todo lo demás del No Man's Sky está bien. Pues que necesita buena narrativa.
I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explore.
Hay cosas. Hay cosas procedurales y cosas hechas a mano en el juego, por lo visto. He abierto esto, Gerard.
Interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
Espero que tenga modo foto a todo esto.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants you can build.
Porque parece Spielberg este señor.
Produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Ponía foto modo en el HUD, sí.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife.
Qué guapo.
Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
Qué barbaridad. Qué guay, tío. Es que parece mentira que este juego, o sea, vaya a salir ya. Sale en septiembre, tío.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere
La
on
construcción.
any planet.
Let's go.
And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Septiembre como el PC de 50 juegos. Septiembre, octubre y noviembre, tío, vaya 3 meses. Joder. Está bien todo lo que pido. Ya, yo también, la verdad. Yo también.
So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Qué guapo, tío. Mira esto. Qué barbaridad.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels,
Gunsmith.
different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat.
Ahora lo miro.
Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying.
Lo está mirando un poco por encima. Qué guapo esto.
Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Toma. Un Fatman, tú.
Starfield's got you covered.
¿Eso es un revólver? Justo lo dices tú. Bueno, es un revólver con una cadencia un poco alta. A nivel de combate parece un upgrade bastante importante, ¿eh? Con el Fallout 4. What?
Thanks again
Que como
for being with us today.
magia, no, pero hay como cosas raras, ¿no?
Taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot
No,
to
esto eras tú.
even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it,
Como que controlas la gravedad o algo así, con algún poder o algo, no sé.
like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rockstar
Sí, señor.
photos.
Sí, señor.
I just love that constant feel of discovery.
Vámonos.
And wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on.
Es que tiene muchas cosas, tío. Tiene muchas mecánicas y muchas. Mola mucho, tío. Mira esto.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My
Qué
favorite
guapo,
part
¿eh?
is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets, the day-night cycle. Those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending. Vasco.
The ending.
I love
Cuidado,
the
¿eh?
robot so much.
The incredible.
Ah, claro, tendrá varios finales, obviamente.
Sniper rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher,
Brain sprout. I laugh, but some people might find creepy. I don't know. I know it's right, Ben.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
Parece como la culminación, ¿no? De todo lo que ha hecho Bethesda.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield.
Nadie ha dicho
and make
performance, es
your own
verdad.
special moments.
Mi cosa favorita es la performance. Nadie lo ha dicho. Muy bien, tío. Muy, muy guay. Muy, muy guay. Muchas ganas de que sea 6 de septiembre, tío. Hostia, sale antes de que el DLC de Cyberpunk. ¿Puede ser? ¿Cuándo era el DLC de Cyberpunk? 21, ¿puede ser? Premium Edition. Hostia, 5 días de Early Access. Bueno, pues ya sé lo que me voy a comprar, vaya. Que me faltará poco para empezar a trabajar, tío. Cuanto antes lo empiece a jugar, mejor. Oye, pues muy guay, ¿no? Me ha gustado mucho, tío.